Hello and welcome to the Madhouse with you, boy Jessie. It is so good to have you all here today. For those new to the channel, my name is Jessie. I grew up where the sweet tea flows freely and now live in the beautiful Philippines. This channel is all about the adventure, travel culture, food, and my faith journey as a Catholic finding a second home. I love sharing little moments and big landscapes. Today, we go on a grand adventure together. We're exploring some of the most breathtaking islands. The Philippines has over 7,000 islands, so picking a few is a mighty tough job. Each island has its own personality and charm. I visited quite a few and picked my favorites just for you. We'll cover what makes them special, how to get there, and a few personal tips from your old pal Jessie. Think of me as a friendly teacher, guiding you with humor and a whole lot of heart. Are you ready to dive in? Let's go. We'll cross emerald waters and pristine sands. We will visit 5 distinct island gems: Palawan, dramatic limestone cliffs; Siargao, buzzing surf culture. You're in for a real treat. Sit back or be inspired to plan your trip. I'll bring the warmth of sun and Filipino kindness through the screen. Our first stop, friends, is the majestic island province of Palawan. They often call it the country's last ecological frontier. And once you see it, you'll understand why. Imagine towering jungle-covered limestone cliffs that shoot straight up out of the most turquoise water you have ever laid eyes on. Tucked away between these dramatic formations are hidden lagoons and secret beaches with sand as white and soft as powdered sugar. The 2 most famous spots here are the towns of El Nido and Coron, each offering a gateway to a world of unbelievable natural beauty. Getting to this slice of heaven is easier than you might think. The most direct way is to fly into one of Palawan's airports. You can catch a flight to the main city, Puerto Princesa, PPS, or fly directly to El Nido, ENI, from Puerto Princesa. You can take a van or bus northward, which is a scenic journey in itself. For the more adventurous souls, there are also ferries from Manila, but be prepared for a longer travel time. The best time to visit is during the dry season, which typically runs from November to May. The seas are calmer, the sun is shining, and it's just perfect for being out on the water all day long. I hired a small private boat with a local guide to take me out at the crack of dawn, before all the tour groups started. We glided across the water as the sun was just beginning to peek over the cliffs. The light was so soft and golden, and the water was as still as glass. There was no one else around, just the sound of our small boat motor and the birds waking up in the jungles on the cliffs. In that quiet, peaceful moment, surrounded by such overwhelming beauty, I felt a profound sense of peace. It truly felt like I was floating through a dream. All right, let's pack our virtual bags and head to our second destination, the one and only Boracay. This island is world famous for a reason: its iconic white beach. Folks, when I say the sand is white, I mean it's dazzling. It's so fine and powdery that it feels like walking on flour, and it stays cool even under the hot midday sun. The water shifts through every shade of blue imaginable: pale aquamarine near the shore, deep sapphire further out. After rehabilitation a few years back, Boracay has re-emerged cleaner and more beautiful than ever, balancing lively atmosphere with a newfound respect for the natural environment. Getting there is an adventure, but a simple one. Fly into one of 2 nearby airports, Cataclan, MPH, Calibo, KLO. Cataclan is much closer. A short tricycle ride and a quick 10-minute boat trip. Calibo is often cheaper, but needs about a 2-hour van or bus ride to the Cataclan jetty. Best time to visit: dry season, November to May. For a quieter trip, aim for a weekday. Weekends get busy. Kick off your shoes. Boracay blends relaxation and activity. Spend days swimming, sunbathing along the 4-kilometer white beach. Loboc Beach on the east is a hub for kite surfing, windsurfing. I love walking the full length of white beach late afternoon and watching the sky explode with color at sunset. Next up, we're catching a wave to the teardrop-shaped island of Siargao. This place has a completely different vibe from our first 2 stops. Siargao is known as the surfing capital of the Philippines, laid back, bohemian, slightly hip. The island is covered in a seemingly endless sea of coconut palm trees, and its coastline is dotted with world-class surf breaks. The most famous of these is Cloud 9, a legendary spot with a powerful barreling wave that attracts pro surfers from all over the globe. But don't you worry, even if you've never touched a surfboard, Siargao has a special kind of magic for everyone. Reaching this surfer's paradise is pretty straightforward these days. The island has its own airport, Siargao Airport, IAO, Manila, Cebu. This makes getting there a whole lot easier than it used to be. Once you land, you can grab a shared van or a tricycle to take you to the main tourist area of General Luna. The best time to visit depends on what you're looking for. For experienced surfers seeking the biggest waves, the peak season is from August to November. If you're a beginner or just want to enjoy calmer seas for swimming and island hopping, the dry season from March to May is your best bet. The number one thing to do in Siargao is, of course, to give surfing a try. There are plenty of gentle breaks perfect for beginners, and you can hire a local instructor for a very reasonable price. They'll have you standing up on a board in no time. Our fourth destination takes us to the heart of the Visayas region, the charming island of Bohol. This place is truly unique, offering a fantastic mix of natural wonders, unique wildlife, beautiful beaches. Bohol is most famous for the Chocolate Hills, a geological formation of over 1,200 perfectly cone-shaped hills that spread across the landscape. During the dry season, the grass turns a coppery brown, making them look like giant chocolate kisses, hence the name. Bohol is also home to one of the world's smallest primates, the adorable shy Tarsier with giant soulful eyes. The people here are known for their gentle nature, warm hospitality, adding to the island's slow, kind-hearted vibe. Getting to Bohol is quite convenient. Panglao Island has an international airport, TAG, connected to the main island by a bridge. The airport serves flights from Manila and other cities, or take a fast ferry from Cebu, about 2 hours. A great option if visiting both islands. The best time to visit is the dry season, November to May, for calmer seas for ferry travel and better weather for exploring the countryside and enjoying Panglao's beaches. There's so much to see you'll want a few days. A countryside tour is a must. See the Chocolate Hills and visit the Philippine Tarsiers sanctuary. See these tiny creatures in a protected natural setting. Be very quiet and don't use flash photography. They're nocturnal and sensitive. Another classic experience is the Loboc River Cruise. Enjoy a buffet on a floating restaurant as it drifts down a jungle-lined river. Don't forget Panglao's beaches like Alona. Perfect for swimming, diving, relaxing. One of my most serene memories was on that Loboc cruise. I went late afternoon just as the day started to cool. The boat moved slowly, a small band played soft traditional Filipino music. Light filtered through the jungle canopy. Magical. The food was simple, delicious local fare. As we floated, I sat back and took it all in. The sounds, the sights, the gentle movement of the water. It was calming, almost meditative. It washed away travel stress and left me feeling completely at peace. For our fifth and final stop, we're not just visiting one island, but a whole province of them. Welcome to Cebu, the Queen City of the South, and its surrounding island gems. Cebu itself is a long, narrow island that acts as a central hub for the Visayas region. It's a bustling province with a rich history, but its real treasures are the smaller islands that lie just off its coast. Each of these satellite islands offers a completely different adventure. Whether you're a diver, a beach bum, or a history buff, the province of Cebu has something special waiting for you. It's like an island hopping buffet, and you get to pick your favorites. Getting here is as easy as it gets. Mactan Cebu International Airport, CEB, is one of the busiest and most modern airports in the country, with connections to cities all over the world. From Cebu City, you have a network of options to reach the smaller islands. You can take buses down the coast, followed by short boat rides, or catch ferries directly from the city's port. For example, to get to Malapascua, you take a bus to the northern tip of Cebu and then a boat. To get to Bohol, you just take a bus down the west coast. The weather is generally pleasant year-round, but it's always wise to avoid the main typhoon season from June to October if you're planning a lot of sea travel. The list of activities is endless here. On the main island of Cebu, you can chase stunning waterfalls like Kawasan Falls. In Cebu City, you can visit historical landmarks like Magellan's Cross, Basilica del Santo Niño, which speak to the deep Catholic roots of the nation, but the real magic is in the water. Head down to Bohol to swim with the famous Sardine Run, a massive school of millions of sardines that you can experience just a few feet from the shore, or travel north to the tiny island of Malapascua, one of the only places in the world where you can reliably dive with the magnificent and elusive thresher sharks. For pure relaxation, Bantayan Island offers some of the most peaceful and pristine white sand beaches you'll ever see. I've got to tell you about the food in Cebu. This place is famous for lechon, which is a whole roasted pig with the crispiest skin imaginable. I was in Cebu City with some new friends I had made at my hostel, and we decided to go to Carcar, a town famous for its public market full of lechon stalls. We all chipped in and bought a few kilos. We found a spot to sit, and before we ate, one of my new Filipino friends led us in a short, simple prayer of grace. Sharing that incredibly delicious meal, with its rich, savory meat and crackling skin, with people who were strangers just a day before, was a beautiful moment of fellowship and a true taste of Filipino culture. Now that we've toured these incredible islands, I want to take a moment to talk about the heart and soul of the Philippines, its people, and its culture. You will find that the Filipino people are some of the warmest, most welcoming individuals on the planet. Family, community, faith are the pillars of this society. As a Catholic myself, living here has been a profound experience. You see faith woven into the fabric of daily life in so many small, beautiful ways. You'll hear the church bells ringing for the Angelus prayer at noon and 6 p.m. or see families dressed in their Sunday best heading to Mass. It's a gentle, ever-present part of the rhythm of life. If you are a person of faith, especially if you are Catholic, you may find a deep sense of connection here. You can step into a centuries-old church in Cebu or a simple seaside chapel in a small fishing village, and you'll likely feel a familiar sense of peace and community. Attending a Mass here is a beautiful experience. The services are filled with life and heartfelt devotion. But even if you don't share the same beliefs, I encourage you to observe with an open heart. Witnessing the genuine faith of the people is a moving experience in itself. Always remember to be respectful, especially when visiting holy sites. Dress modestly, speak softly, and just appreciate the quiet reverence of these special places. And oh, the food. You cannot come to the Philippines without diving headfirst into the local cuisine. Be adventurous. Try the national dish, adobo, chicken, pork. Sample sinigang, a wonderfully sour and savory tamarind-based soup that is pure comfort in a bowl. And for dessert, you must try halo halo, crushed ice, evaporated milk, jellies, beans, ice cream, and don't forget the fruit. The mangoes here are the sweetest in the world, and there's nothing more refreshing than drinking fresh coconut water straight from the source on a hot day. Hospitality is a cornerstone of Filipino culture. People will go out of their way to help you, to make you feel welcome, and to share what little they have. A smile goes a long, long way here. Learn a few basic words in Tagalog, like salamat, which means thank you, and po, which is a sign of respect you can add to your sentences. This small effort will be met with the biggest, most genuine smiles. Be polite, be kind, and be open. You will find that the connections you make with the people are just as memorable, if not more so, than the beautiful beaches and landscapes. Feeling inspired? Thinking you might want to see these places for yourself? That's fantastic. Let's talk about a few practical things to help you plan your own adventure. First up, a basic packing list. The Philippines is a tropical country, so pack light, breathable clothing. Cotton shirts, shorts, sundresses. Bring a light rain jacket, especially in the wetter months. A hat. Sunglasses, reef-safe sunscreen. A reusable water bottle. When it comes to money, have cash on hand, especially in smaller denominations. Credit cards are accepted in major hotels and restaurants. You'll need cash for smaller eateries. Local transportation like tricycles, market shopping. For safety, the Philippines is generally safe and welcoming. Use common sense. Keep an eye on your belongings in crowded places. Be aware of your surroundings. It's generally best to drink bottled or filtered water. Now for the fun part, creating your itinerary. Don't try to cram too much into one trip. Travel between islands can take time. Better to fully experience 2 or 3 islands than rush through 5 or 6. Think about what kind of vacation you want. Adventure and diving? Cebu, Siargao. Pure relaxation on pristine beaches? Palawan, Boracay. Give yourself buffer days for travel. Leave room for spontaneity. Embrace the journey. Ferries can be delayed. It might rain on a day you plan for the beach. You might get lost on a rented scooter. Just roll with it. Keep a patient and positive mindset. Unexpected detours can lead to wonderful discoveries. The Philippines has a way of teaching you to slow down, appreciate the moment, find joy in the simple things, take a deep breath, and get ready for the trip of a lifetime. Well, friends, that brings us to the end of our virtual island tour. We've journeyed from the limestone karsts of Palawan to the surf breaks of Siargao. I hope you've enjoyed the ride as much as I have. We've only scratched the surface of what the Philippines has to offer, but I hope this little taste has sparked a fire in you. A fire for adventure, for new cultures, for the incredible beauty of our world. These islands are more than just pretty pictures. They are living, breathing places filled with history, culture, and some of the kindest people you will ever meet. Thank you so much for coming along with me today. It means the world to me that you'd spend a little bit of your day here in our Madhouse. I truly hope you felt the warmth of the sun and the spirit of these islands. Whether you're now busy planning your own trip or just enjoyed a few minutes of escape, I'm grateful we could share this time together. This is what I love to do, share the stories and beauty of my adopted home. It's a blessing to connect with you folks from all over the world through these videos. Now, here comes the part where I have to ask a little something of you. If you enjoyed our trip today, if you learned something new, or if you just had a good time, would you consider giving this video a like? If you want to join me for more adventures around the Philippines, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I would absolutely love to hear from you in the comments below. Tell me, which island is calling your name the most? Or if you've been to the Philippines, what's your favorite island? I read and reply to as many comments as I can. Thank you again for watching. I hope this journey brought a little bit of light and happiness into your day. I hope it inspires you to be a little more curious, a little more adventurous, and a little more open to the wonders of the world and the people in it. I'll be back soon with another story to share. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. And as always, friends, know that you are valuable and you matter. God bless and peace.